morning, everybody. Welcome to today's tarot. This is Wednesday, August 15th. This is Pick a Card with additional oracle cards as well. Thank you for tuning in. And if you just want to take a moment to meditate on the four choices, I'm just letting you choose from an animal. So right here we have the cougar on card number 1. We have the goat on card number 2. A swan for card number 3, and a beautiful buck for card number 4. So have a quick look and choose the animal that attracts you, and we'll begin the read from left to right, starting with the cougar. Okay. Here's my kitty cat. Hello, Princess Little Belly. Oh, she likes tarot cards. Okay, so if you chose the cougar, we'll begin right here. Okay, and we're beginning. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So, if you chose the first one, it's about craftsmanship, skill. This card is definitely potential in business and industry with accomplishment and hard work. It's the card that speaks about your hard work that you put in the foundations for your success. 8 is the number of money in mystical systems. So it also represents the learning of a trade and business, an apprenticeship or employment. It's a very positive card, because as it's depicted, it's a man with hard work, making decisions. And in this one, it's funny, and usual you have a man bent over. In this one, you have a woman holding her pentacles and a little kitty cat involved too. She's so silly. I love her. She likes his music. So in this particular one, you can see, she's holding her pentacles, she's got her cat near her, she's got jewelry, she's relaxing, and she is, reaping the reward of her hard work. So this is a very good card. I mean, it depicts of just industriousness and really putting your focus on your goals at work and your crafts, especially, if you're an artist, because sometimes it's hard to motivate people like us. I paint and make jewelry, and sometimes when you have to take out all your supplies and stuff, it takes a little bit of motivation. So we're going to follow it up with your 2 oracle cards. Your first one, ooh, the Empress. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. So yeah, it's time to, things aren't just handed to us. I mean, we have to manifest them through actions, thoughts, and our creative abilities. The people that usually are highly successful in this world have creative enterprises. They start things, they think of methods that are outside the box. And then you can have those things materially that make you comfortable or allow you choices. Money to me is choice. I mean, I love travel and seeing new places. So the ability to do that does take an income. So take action, believe in yourself. Look, she's there, she's got her pentacles. She's about to rock out Empress style. Look at the graphics in that. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we've got our other oracle card. This looks like Gaia. Need and necessity. So, on a daily basis, I have to remind myself too, when I am a little tight for money, and I'm like, I had saw something that I found profoundly beautiful in a work of art, whether it's like I'm really into jewelry, I make jewelry, and I'm like, do I really need those extra strands of beads right now, or do I need food? Sometimes I will go without food so I can get those beads. It's not even funny, or a bouquet of flowers. I remember my father-in-law telling me a story about the Dutch during World War II. If they only had $1 left, they would buy a bouquet of their tulips and their flowers to put in their homes and forego food, because that little element of beauty just sort of helped them carry on and realize the little things in life and what they were fighting for and things like that. So need can sometimes be your peace of mind and surrounding yourself with those things that give you balance and make you feel good. But really, it's about prioritizing and being selective. You know, a lot of people want a lot of things, and they are just that, things. But what we need most is peace of mind and balance. So, really question your, you know, you don't have to overthink things, but question, hey, how necessary is this item, and is it simply going to take up room in my home? Or should I spend this maybe on an occasion like lunch with my family and memories? You know, just give it a little thought so you don't feel like you're wasting your assets. Okay, so if you chose that, that is your read. That's a very nice read. If you chose the goat, we will be beginning with. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, I have to get a more stable camera right now. So let me see. The second stack is beginning with the Knight of Cups. Let me see. This card is absolutely all about enthusiasm, imagination, your youth, your creativity, sentimentality, all those great things, impulsiveness, and it can also represent a romantic, creative, or spiritual adventure too. You know, cups are about emotions, they're about offerings, so it can signal someone younger as well coming into your life, or a messenger or agent of change. So sometimes it also reminds us not to be oversensitive, because cups are about emotions, and to, you know, just dial that back a little bit, because it's about being in touch with your feminine energy, and sometimes we overthink things or we get a bit sensitive. So the universe, it's a good omen from the universe, especially if if you are embarking on a creative venture. You know, the fish in this image represents the voice of the muses, which are your artistic and creative powers within you and your intuition. It can sometimes mean there is someone in your sphere that is also going to engage in this or offer you this creative venture. You know, this is, oh, and also there is another indicator that I like about this, and I get this image popping into my head of somebody absolutely being in your corner. If there's some kind of strange conflict going on right now, know that person you're thinking about. You know how sometimes you have to engage in these little petty things and you're like, well, does this person really have my back? If that's on your mind, the person that you're thinking about has your back. I mean, they are ride or die, and they are looking out for you, and they're your true friend. And that's always nice to know. You know, when somebody is offering you from their cup loyalty, that's fantastic. Okay, so now we'll move on to your oracle cards. 8 of Winter. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So just let yourself know you do have what it takes. A lot of times we'll have those little flashes that pop into our head, and we question our ability to do something or accomplish something. Just knock that thing flat on its ass, because half the time it's the biggest waste of time. And I love this video I watched, and I'm going to rewatch it. It's that 5-second rule. It's a new book, and this lady is fantastic, and I literally just started crying when I saw her thing, because it was so wonderful. It's basically like, just take action. Don't doubt yourself. Don't start to think about it. If you have the inclination to start something, just do that. I do that. As soon as I get up for a reading, I'm like, oh, do I have the energy to channel these things right now and do this and that? I just grab my cards, I start touching them, I get all my crystals, incense out, whatever helps set the atmosphere and balance for me, and then I'm just in it. You're just going. You've started that cycle of action. That's completely what you need to do. You just start, have that belief in yourself, and then it just sort of starts to manifest, because it is the law of attraction. Okay, and your other oracle card, let me see. Let me move these down because it gets a little slippery. Aw, seek your answers within. Sometimes we tend to look elsewhere for advice of friends and family to see, you know, how are we doing? How does this look like? When I create a piece of joy, I'll put it on and be like, I don't know why it was asked my husband, because he has an eye for beauty and detail, but he always gives me the same answer. That's great. That's fantastic. So it's sort of like 20% interest there, but it's just our thing. It's our natural nature to ask other people. But seek within, because your body will give you clues that are so apparent and so strong. They absolutely will start to resonate, you know, with feelings of love, affection, harmony, if things are on the right path and you're doing the right thing. Or sometimes, you know, you're around that weird person that their vibe is off, or like a low vibration person, you actually take steps away from them because you feel your energy getting a little skewed around them. So just look within inside. The answers are within you. Nobody knows you like you. So just give it a think, be in a quiet space, and yourself is going to provide you with the answers you need. So that's a lovely card. Look at that bear with this little thing. He's so cute. Look at Pooch. Night. She's so ridiculous. I love her. Okay, so let's see. We are on the third stack. So if you chose the swan, that's an action. I'm trying to figure this out. The Five of Pentacles. This card is so funny because it really is not the cheeriest card, because it can indicate some kind of financial stresses, or an illness or injury. You can tell by the artwork she's not particularly joyful, or a little bit of a loss of belief in yourself. In a lot of the other cards, you'll see a figure going by a church, and there'll be 5 pentacles in the window, and it's usually snowing, and the person looks so forlorn, and their head is down and stuff. And pentacles are the symbol for money, so it sometimes feels like you're lacking. But it can also, this is where it has an upswing. It can also show that you have help arriving in the form of a very persuasive and powerful ally, and that you can pull yourself out of this state of depression or anxiety or loss that sometimes is just simple and temporary. It can just be little flashes that come to you. So if you're feeling like this at all, just really look at it from the right perspective, and how huge is this, and is this really going to make a difference in a day or two. And also discuss things with friends so you can lighten the load. Sometimes if you have too much worry or stuff in your head, it can start to escalate. So I'm going to ask the Oracle card for some clarification. It's not all bad. It means you're feeling some way, but help is around the corner, because in the other cards it always shows them by church. They just feel like they need some kind of help. So you have 9 of Winter. This goes along with this card, these feelings. So I'm sorry if this is resonating with you right now. It's unfounded fear. You're focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Again, look at the first word, unfounded. There's no foundation from this. It is simply in your head. It is let it go with the vapors, because this is again where the law of attraction comes. You're just thinking, oh, this is terrible, this is bad, and you're caught in that stupid cyclical, negativity. And then when you're in that mode, and I get there sometimes too, it is very hard to see the beauty, the goodness, the positive around you. Just let it go. Say everything is temporary. That's my number one phrase in my whole life. Everything is temporary. You're not always going to feel like this. This situation is not only going to be this way. And again, look at the word right there. Unfounded. Okay? So just quit focusing on that stuff. And then we'll have one more clarifier in the Oracle card for you. Let the emotions flow. And this is a very healthy way to go about this. Why do I feel this way right now? And how does it make me feel physically and mentally? And how can I improve upon that? Absolutely, yeah. You can't deny your feelings and be like, oh, I feel terrible, I'll get over it. Why do I feel this way? What steps can I take to improve it? And things will shift, and you won't believe the little simple things that pull you out of a funk. I mean, it can just be a crazy looking flower. It can be your animal doing something stupid, because I can be in a crazy bad mood, and one of my insane felines will just pounce like right on my stomach, and then just start licking my face, and then I'll just be so happy because they exist. You know what I mean? Look for the lighthearted and loving things in your world, because that's why we're here. The universe and the world want us to succeed. They want us to be happy. We just have to recognize the things that do that and apply them to our lives. Okay, so if you chose that, that's your read. Now, if you chose the beautiful, look at the artwork in this, the buck and the 6 of acorns, then this will be your card. Ooh, da 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 da. The Lovers. This card is so funny. It's always so depicted. So funny. I have several different decks, and some of them are like, whoa, that is some graphic action. It's crazy. So if you chose this, the Lovers is one of, it's one of the most complex cards in the major arcana. It stands for communication, partnership, love, in both common and the alchemic universal signs. It's the zodiac sign associated with the Lovers, which is Gemini. It's completely about unification. The fruit in this picture is about the five senses and the realm of sensuousness and enjoying things. Like, I love to take my time if I'm having some of my favorite foods or coffee and just really savor it. You gotta savor these beautiful, great things in the world, when fruit is just at its most ripeness. Like, I love white cherries, things like that. It's about your senses and enjoying things. I get so angry at myself when I just am in a rush and I'm eating, and then I don't even remember eating that food or tasting it or having like a delicious coffee drink. Like, I called it blind eating or blind drinking, because you don't even remember tasting it because you're going so quickly. Slow down, savor things. Excuse me, especially in relationships where, when it's new, it's ridiculous, every little thing. Oh my God, they're so cute. Oh my God, they're so smart. That guy makes Einstein look like an idiot. Look at him. He's like Thor with bells on, blah, blah, blah. You depict this superhuman picture of this person. Excuse me, I had to have a sip of water. And it's great because you almost live in fantasy land. So if this is about new love too, because you have those endorphins kicking, and it's like everything about them is magic. And you know what? These things are magic. They're just magnified in the beginning. I've been married 25 years, and sometimes I am the super weirdoest person in the history of the world, and I'll just be staring at him because he rides his bike all over the world, and it created these super muscly, awesome legs, and I'm like, oh my God in heaven, how is he his age and look like this? You know what I mean? Just those things that enchant you and make you a little silly, because love is silly. But this card is fantastic because it's also knowing about a strong connection. That's important. Friendship, strong connection, and if you haven't had that feeling, keep your eyeballs open for some sweet, sweet loving, because it's coming. That is a great card. So let's follow it out and see what you have for your oracle cards. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. This following the Lovers is amazing because this is the wish card. You're looking to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So the star is absolutely, in a lot of these cards, it shows someone pouring liquid into like a river or a pond and receiving information or something also from the sky. So the star is definitely about just, it's the wish card, information, and I love this card so much, and the artwork is always beautiful. It's about emotions and being in touch with who you are and what you want, and the universe is offering, and being open and aware to those things, because the world is always offering us something, and choices. It's about slowing down and recognizing too what is the best choice for you. You don't have to rush in and accept. One of my greatest gifts to myself recently was to learn to say no, and to say it in a very definite and kind way as well. People respect you when you're not people pleasing, and you have an agenda and you have a life, so you're not there to serve their every want, wish, and need. And the more you give, honestly, the more people will take. So you have to set your boundaries. And you will bring those wishes and hopes and things into your life when you set those boundaries and you reach for what you want, because then it's a clear picture of what you want, not them, not family members, not children, but you. Especially with the Lovers in there, because that's a really nice combination. So we'll clarify that with one more oracle card, and then we'll wrap it up. This is Protect the Wild and Green. I love this so much. I get this card for a self-choice a lot of times when I'm doing a self-read. And that is basically protecting nature and your nature, your wildness, what comes naturally to the forefront first. Like when someone asks you a question, your true thing, the first thing that comes out of your mouth, that is the wild. And the green, because we all are, earth creatures. And think about how good you feel when you're walking and you're walking bare feet on the ground. That energy, those vibrations that come from when you're under a tree, when you hear trees moving in the wind. Nature is soothing. It's a balm. It is actually so healing just to be in that. You ever just sit in your beach chair at the beach and the sound of the waves? You feel your heart rate decrease. You feel your breath slow. You start to, you can smell the salt, all those things that connect you to the earth. So protect it, and protect your little patch of earth. If you have plants and things, put some in your home. Give yourself the gift of green, because nature is to be cherished, and we're all natural people. So if you chose that stack, that is a lovely, lovely thing, especially that oons, 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 oons. Look at my cat. She's like, what are you doing? I want some lovers too. She's ridiculous. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in, and this read was for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 15th. And if you have a moment, I'd really like you to like, subscribe, or comment, because I'm trying to make improvements. My channel is brand new, and I want to make some fortifications and some cool readings up and introduce all my new cards and stuff. So I'd really appreciate any comments of what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks again. Bye bye.